exactly what it is. Okay? It's anywhere there's a high stress point in the gear. Okay, and so specifically, it's up on the shoulders up here. Okay, any stress point, it's around the armpit here. Okay, and it's down the seam down here. Okay, and on a pant, it's the same thing. It's here, it's on the outside over here, it's along the butt, okay, and it's down in the crotch. So anywhere where there's a high stress point, and what I'm talking about is here, here, bending, anything that you're doing that's putting high stress on the A seams, we triple feld stitch. Nobody else does it. Pull out their gear, and after you mention it, and say, do you guys do triple stitch? I'm talking about glove, I'm talking about line, anybody you're asking to show you. And now, I've had departments say that aren't interested in our gear, and they're basically brought me in to argue. They say, well, I've never popped a major A seam ever. That may be true. I'm not denying that, right? But we do it, they don't, it gives us an advantage, okay? Now, we do minimize the amount of thread that we use because more thread equals more weight, right? But we feel like that's a nice compromise to make between seams not popping and seams popping. And even the guy yesterday from Milligan, he mentioned it. He says, where do these usually pop out at? He says around the seam, right? Sometimes you get some seam pop. And he was talking about Milligan gear. This helps that from happening. All our pockets are double stitched. We have bar tacks, hook and loop, not slip. So hook and loop, not slip. What does that mean? Brian talked about it with the Velcro situation. People always talk about the two worst parts of gear, the weak points of gear. It's the moisture barrier that eventually gets pinholes and leaks. But it's also the Velcro that always breaks down after many, many washings. So we do, what Lakeland is doing now, is we buy it from the factory, from hook and loop, not Velcro. Did you say, Doug, that it's actually good from YTK? Okay. Anyway, so it's Velcro-like material. It's called hook and loop. And we buy it already slipped from the factory. That way we've got factory edges on each side of every strip of Velcro. And so that keeps it from fraying. It's definitely a big deal. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but point it out, because every department who actually uses gear has had a problem with Velcro. So if you can alleviate that from the get-go, let them know that we're going to have, eventually you're probably going to have some problem with your Velcro. It's going to happen a whole lot later in a Veridian product versus some of these competitors out there. Yes?
How many stitches per inch?
8 per inch, and I measure it, right?
We're gonna have another seam presentation.
We are, okay.
So don't go too deep.
I won't, and I can't. But anyway, I do have a tendency to take that ruler out and show here's our stitches per inch versus theirs.
No, he's